Hello coding aliens, welcome back to my YouTube channel Code with Akeem. So this is the third part, or in this part we are going to build the React model feature, and in this part we will create a model and the model will send the message directly to the other recipients. Okay, so we will use a dependencies or package called React model, and the React model will enable us to send the message or format our message using the React quill, and we can simply send that message to the recipient, and the message will be persisted using the database. We are using a Cloud Firestore using Firebase. So we have already installed the dependencies in my first part. So if you have not watched the first part and the second part, I strongly recommend you all guys to watch that part. In the first part, we have covered the Firebase configuration, project setup, and in the second part, we have built the front end. As you guys can see, this is the front end that we are talking about here. So this is the front end UI of the exact looking Gmail, and we have built that this front end in our first part. So sorry, in the second part. So in the third part, we will add the feature of model pop-up, which will send the message directly to the user. We will add the functionality of reply and the forward also in this part. This part will be a bit longer, so watch this part till the end to get all the stuffs, all the required things that we are going to build here. If you like this tutorial of this whole Gmail clone, we would let you know. Just let us know in the comment box, or you can simply give a like to this video tutorial, or you can simply share this video to your friend circles. It will just motivate us to bring in more and more quality content just like this. So let's go and do the coding, the exact coding. So this is the deployed version of the React, of this Gmail clone that I have hosted directly on the Firebase hosting feature. You can go through this link here, mailcloneaki.web.app, to test the whole application and just see all the features, right? So here you can see here we what I am going to build in this part is just a compose mail feature. So when we click on this plus icon or compose icon, we will get a model pop-up just like this. We just ask the name of the recipient, the subject, and here you can see we have a rich text editor which is called a React quill. So we will use React quill in this feature because React quill is very important to just format our content. So what we will write anything here, we can simply format it according to our need. We can simply make it bold, italic, underline. We can simply paste the link. We have the numbers, bullets, and the translation and the formula and everything like this. Here we have a normal heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3. It just a very nice cool feature for you guys. Have to simply implement this React quill. Okay, so in this part we will cover both of these things. We will build a React model pop-up, and we will integrate the React quill inside the model pop-up. Then we will see one more feature. You can see here when I click on this first mail here, you can see here we have this accordion here. You can see here we have this accordion. So we will also build how to integrate the accordion, because accordion is a part of Material UI core. So I have already installed the dependencies for the Material UI core in our first and the second part. If you have not watched that part, I strongly recommend you all guys to watch that first and the second part, then go to the third part, because this is in the continuation of the first and the second part here. So this is the material UI accordion. So in this part we will also integrate the accordion here, right? So this is the accordion here, and the accordion has the features. You can see here we have the we have this subject, we have the message that is sent, the mail that has been sent by here, and here you can see here we have that timestamp also there. You can see the replied mail here feature and the forwarded mail feature here. So we have the both of this feature, reply mail and the forward mail. Now you can simply reply the mail like this. So here is the reply mail feature and here is the forward mail feature. So both reply and forward is working here perfectly, right? So without any worries, you guys just can implement the both these things to add the replied mail feature and the forwarded mail feature. So in this part, let's sum up what I'm going to do build in this. So first of all, we will first of all add the feature of compose mail using this React model pop-up, which simply accepts all this value and send this value directly, just send this value directly to the recipient, and will just directly get all this value here inside the mail card here, right? So this is our first thing that we would like to implement it here. Next we would implement the accordion feature. If you guys can see here, we have this accordion here. So basically this accordion is very very important here. So this accordion is very important because you can see here we can simply manage whole mail using inside of this accordion there. So we will integrate the accordion here. After that we will add two buttons, one reply and the one forward. So here we have also a model pop-up for the required and the model pop-up for the forward here. So when both of these things we are done with, then we will integrate Google Meet link here. So how we can integrate a Google Meet in this application? So using this application you can directly join a Google Meet there or simply have a meeting right through this application. So when I click on this, you can see here, please sign in using Google account to access this feature. First of all, you guys have to sign in using a Google account because I have signed in using a different account, the account that is not verified through Gmail. So that's why it is not opening the Google Meet here. So when you be able because we have integrated Firebase authentication using Google. So if you sign in through the Google, then you can simply directly join a Google Meet right directly through this application. So this is the things that we would like to implement in this part of this third part, right? So this third part will be very very important. We hope you would like this part also as you have liked the first two part, right? So let's go and build this part. So let's go to the coding zone here. So here we have implemented everything here. Now it's time to add a React model feature. So to add the React model feature, you can see here when we click on this compose icon, we have a model pop-up just like this. So you guys have to simply go to your sidebar.js, and inside of this sidebar.js, what you guys going to see here, we have this image, right? So this image is a compose image, and when we click on this image, we have a model. So to use model, you guys have to simply import the model first of all. So just import the model from React model, right? So import the model from React model. If you have not installed the React model dependencies, you guys have to first install it using npm install React model. So this is the simple step to install the dependencies of the React model, right? So the first step is to just import the React model there, okay? And then on the image, so when we click on this image, so that's why we will add on click functionality on the image. So when we click on the image, we would just set the model open and the model close. So for that we need a use state. So we need a local state here. So here we will simply create a state here using use state hook. So set model and set, okay, so how we will create the model? So this is the model. So model open, let me give it the name model open, and set model open, right? and here we have the use state, and here we will initially provide the model will be false. So initially we don't want the model to show, so that's why we will initially provide the boolean value of false value here. So where when we click on this, basically when we click on this, we just want to open the model. So set model open, right? So set model open, and here we will simply provide or just update the state to the boolean of true value here. So when we click on this, so the model will be opened there, right? So next we have to open the we have to um, build a model there. So I'm just going to build a model here, right? So let's build the model. So after yeah, here we have this div, and here we will add a model. So to add a model, you guys have to simply put a model just like this and just close this model here, fine. And inside of this model we will have a three or more properties, that is open. So basically to for this is open, we will simply give the state name. So basically we have a model open, so simply provide the model open. So it will simply depend on whether it will be true or false. So when it will be true, then model will be showed, and when it is false, the model will be closed. So here is open, we have provided is true here. One more thing that we will add here for the model, for here we will add the content here. So simply add the content. So div, just give the class name, and put the name here, this model, and inside of this I will add the content in h1, and to for this testing purpose we will simply add this is model, right? And here we have this model. Next we have to add a close feature. So on request close, what we will do, we will update the state. So how we'll update this? So simply we will set the model open back to the boolean of false, so that we can simply close this model, right? So here we have set the model close feature here, and next we have should close on overlay click. So simply if I will simply put it false, so we'll add this to false. And the next one, what we will add, we will add yeah, fine, everything is right. I will just go in and simply save this, and next we will show you how this things is going to work here. I think something wrong here. Okay, let me see what happened here. Okay, so this is the image and this is the model. Okay, next we have this div. Okay, basically we have this div and it is okay, right? So let's grab this div and put it inside of this. Okay, so it is fine right now. Now save this. Okay, so we are done with this. Okay, so now it's time to check the is it working or not. So when we click on this icon, a plus compose icon, we will have a model pop up. So when I click on this, now you can see here, this is model, this is the model pop up here. So this is the exact thing that we are working here. Okay, so we are done with this. Okay, so but this is not the exact the same thing that we have seen here. We have to style this here, and we have to set the width and the height and everything here, and we just have to integrate everything just like as you guys can see here. So but you can see here, this is the exact thing that we are going to implement here. So this is the model pop-up. When I click on this, now you can see here, so you can see here how I close this model. So to close this model, I have to click on the escape button, but we don't want to click on the escape button, because when you open these things in your mobile phone, and then you have to close this model. So here we will add a button, or we will add an icon to close this model. So if you go to the deployed version, here we have in this cross button. So when we click on this cross button, the model will be closed there, right? So we will add a same feature here inside of this model, and next we will add a bunch of things, just like width and the height of the model also. So I am going to simply do everything here. Okay, so just pay attention here. So here we have this we have the style, we have the overlay. So basically what is the overlay? So you can see here we have this overlay. So you can see here the blackest background that we have here at the that surrounds the content of this model is the overlay. So basically this is the overlay. We have given the overlay here. We have this background color of RGBA of black, G index top left, and here we are just aligned it centrally. So you can see here this the overlay here. Next we have this content. So we have given the margin and the padding to the 0 and the border of the none to the content here. And the next we have a new message, right? So as you guys can see here, this is the new message. And after that we have this icon button. So first of all we have to import the icon button from the Material UI core. So simply import the icon button. Then we have to simply close this model. So how we close this model? So we will simply close this model to just simply update a model open. So model open state. So we will simply update this model open state back to false. So when we close on this icon, close icon, we will simply update the model icon, or just simply close the model. Just simply close this model. We will import the close icon from the Material UI icon later. First of all, just pay attention here. We have these things here. Next, if you can see here, we have this input field here, right? Next we have input field of recipient. Next we have this input field for the subject. We have a React quill. So next you have to import the React quill first of all. So let's import the React quill. So here at the top you guys have to simply import React quill from React quill, right? So or one more thing you have to import along with React quill is the theme for the React quill. So simply import the theme for the React quill. So simply import React quill. Simply import React quill /dist /css, right? /dist. Okay, after that dist. Okay, so we will use a quill snow. So we have a quill dot snow dot css theme, right? So this is the theme for the React quill here. Okay, and then we have import these things here. Okay, so next we have to import every icons. As you guys can see, we have this text icon, we have this attach icon, the drive icon, this emote icon, the photos and the screen lock icon. You can see here we have this delete and the more the 3 vert icon, a more horizontal icon there. Okay, so next we have these things, a close icon also. So basically we will import each and every icon, and when we will when we will add all the import statement, then we will create a custom hooks there. So you will see everything there. So you guys can see here we have the first icon, that is text format. So text format, then attach icon, close icon, link icon, sentiment satisfied icon, photo icon, the screen lock rotation, more vert icon, delete icon, and everything. So we have import everything here. Okay, so basically if you are we are done with this. Now you can see we have a focus and the set focus here. So basically we have to simply create a use state hook, or just create an state for the focus and set focus. So I will explain what the function of this. First of all, just put me here. Initially it will be false. Okay, so now discuss about the function of the focus and the set focus, right? So let me just close this, and when we click on this, okay, so you can see, so this is true right now, because it is set, because we have set the state there. Okay, so when I refresh the page, okay, so let me refresh this page and I will show you what the function that we are talking about here. So you can see here we have a recipient. Okay, so it is not focused yet. So when we click on this, right, so when we click on this input field, you will see it is updated and get to the 2. So basically when it is updated, then we will simply change the recipients to the two. So basically where we just send the mail, basically you have to add the address here. So this is this is used to just state just update the state for the focus. Okay, so we have these things here. Okay, next we have the subject. So for this we will simply create a subject and set subject, right? So use a state, or initially it will be an empty array. And the next we have this content. So next we have this content and set content. Set content, initially it is also an empty state. Fine, so we are done with these things here. Okay, so you can see here we have uh okay, one more thing, we have this subject. You can see here we have this input field for the subject, and we have set the subject here, right? Next we have this quill. So we have set the content for the quill and these things here. Okay, we will add the send mail feature later. So I'm going to simply comment it, or simply remove this button, remove the on click functionality here. I will add the set add the send mail feature later in this build. Okay, so this is the things that we are talking about here. Okay, so next we have to simply update one more thing, that is a recipient. So we have a recipient here. So we have this const recipient, 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 and set recipient. Set recipient, initially it will an empty string. Okay, so this is the state for everything. So we have added the state for the recipient also. Initially it will be an empty string here. So basically we have these things here. Okay, and we have this button here. So we have built a model here, but we have not add the CSS for the model. So we have to add the CSS for the model also to get to go this. So I will just save this. So we have saved this. Okay, so this is the deployed version of the model, and now we have the model. We will have this model here that we have built here. So when I click on this, okay, so now you can see here it is not styled here. So that's why it is looking it is not looking as we expected here in here, that what we have seen in the deployed version here. So we have to just add the CSS for this. So I will just going to add the CSS here. Okay, so now you can see here we have a new message tag here. We have this close button. I think there will be a close icon. Okay, there will be a close icon here. Fine. Here now you can see here we have a close close icon there. Here is a close icon, but it is not showing because yeah, you can see here this is the close icon. Okay, so when I hover on this, you can see here this close icon, because the default color for the close icon is white color. So that's why you cannot able to see the close icon here. But when I click on this close icon, you will see the model will be closed here. So when I click on this, the model is closed. When I click on this, model is closing there. So this is the close icon is here, but we cannot see here because of this white color. Okay, so next we have this focus and the set focus for the recipient. So when I click on this, here you can see it is updated to the here, right? Next we have the subject, and now next we have this quill feature. We have this React quill here. So here we will add the content here and formatted content as we want it here, right? Everything is here. We have this recipient, we have this model recipient, everything here. We have this everything here. We have all these icons here. So none of the icon is showing here, because as I have said that all these icons, we have all these icons, but nothing is shown because of this white color. So that's why we cannot see all these icons. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to simply add the CSS for this to make it look better or nicer here, right? So let's add the CSS here inside of this sidebar.css, right? So now I'm going to simply paste the code for the CSS for the model here. So this is the here we have this model header. We have set the background color for the model here. We have this color. Also we have this model header. Next we have this model recipient. So we have added the code for the recipient here. So this is the CSS for the input field here. So this is the CSS for the quill. Next we have this model bottom. So model bottom will contain all the buttons and the icons of this model here. You can see all these icons in the deployed version. If you see can see here, so we have this all these icons here. So basically we are talking about these icons here, right? So we have this model bottom contain everything here. Okay, so model bottom last, and inside of this we have this svg icon root. So basically svg icon root is the class, the material UI icon. Material UI icon svg icon root is just a class for the material UI icons. And next we have the hover effect on this. Okay, so and the last we have this model bottom here. Okay, so we are done with this. We have this button and we have styled this bottom here, button here. So I'm just going to save this, and now you can see here in the deployed version. So we have save it here, and now you can see here it is now looking as good as this. So if you can see here we have both of these things here. So this is running in the local host 3000 here, and now after doing the CSS stuff we have a nice designed model here. You can see in here. Okay, so on your screen. So we are done with this model pop-up here. Now it's time to create a mail card using this accordion. So for that, what I'm going to do, we are just going to create a mail card.js. Okay, so we have this mail card.js. We have already created a component, build a component here. Okay, so only thing that is left here is just add the content in the mail card. So basically this is a hello from mail card. So we don't want this hard coded text right now anyhow here. Now next we will now just going to create a mail cards here. So basically you can see what the mail card is. So mail card is looking just like this. You can see here this is the mail card here. So here you can see here we are using the accordion, and here on this accordion we have features of this. So from where we have got this mail here. So we will now going to create a component called mail card.js. So mail card.js will just contain an accordion, and here we will add all the contents for this accordion. So basically to good to go with the accordion, you guys have to first visit the materialui.com, a website for the material UI, and here you guys have to search for the accordion. So I'm going to simply show you how exactly you can add a accordion by yourself here inside of this mailcard.js. So just pay attention here. So here is the materialui.com website here. Now just search for accordion, and here you will see accordion, features of the accordion there. So here is this accordion. So we will use a simple accordion. As you guys can see, this is the accordion that we are talking about here. So this is the accordion we are talking about here. Okay, so just click on this code, and now you can see here we have a sample code for the accordion. So just copy this whole code here. Okay, now just copy this code of the accordion here, and just copy this and just paste it down here in the mail card. Okay, so this is what we have to do. So basically if you guys can see here, what I'm going to do, I will just copy okay, let me just copy these things first of all, the user style, and just let me paste it down here. Okay, right. Next we have a accordion functional component there, so also paste it down there. Okay, just remove this default and export these things because it is now fine here. Okay, and the next one is the render function. So basically inside of this, what we am going to do, I just going to simply grab everything. Okay, just grab everything. Okay, let me put just put okay, so after inside of this accordion, just grab the return statement here and just copy down it and just paste it down inside of this simple accordion there. Okay, so this is the simple accordion, and now the only thing that is you have to import is the import the accordion summary and the details and everything there, right? So just copy this and just paste it down here, the import statement for all the thing that we have, that we are using it here. Okay, so we are done with these things here. Fine. Okay, so next one more thing, that is make a style. Simply copy this and just paste it for the make a style also here. So we have just integrate the accordion here. Okay, so but now how to use this accordion? So basically you can say here we have this simple accordion. Just you guys have to just render this accordion inside of this mail card. So here we have this, put the simple accordion here like this, and now save this. Let's go back to your deployed version. Let's refresh this, let it compile first of all. Now you can see it is compiled here, and now when you click on this, now you can see here the accordion is working directly here. Now it's time to only integrate, or just you it's time to simply we have to just only make it look just like this. So here you can see here, so only thing that is left here so is just customize this accordion, right? So we have to simply customize have to just customize this accordion there. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a bunch of components here to for this, because you can see here we have a 2 and 3 accordion. So 2 is active accordion, and we have one more accordion which is disabled. You can see here this accordion is disabled, but you cannot able to see here because of this black background. So I'm going to simply remove the extra accordion first of all. So you can see here we have an extra accordion, so I'm just going to remove the extra accordion from there. Okay, so first we have this accordion right now here. Okay, so we will add all the functions inside of this accordion, right? So let's add the function inside of this accordion, right? So let's add the function. So basically accordion has two parts. One is accordion summary and another is accordion detail. So what you guys will see without expanding the accordion on the screen is the accordion summary. So basically the accordion summary is what we guys see without expanding the accordion. And when you click on this accordion, and what you I just get after this after inside of this content, when you expand it, so this is the content accordion details. So basically the accordion summary contains the things that you will see without expanding the accordion there. So basically if you see in the deployed version, we have a checkbox on the star icon, the mail that we have sent here, and we have sent this mail to home also there, and we have this timestamp of the mail that has been sent there. So basically what we will add all these features here inside of this accordion. Okay, so let's add all these things here. So let's remove the expand mode icon, because we are not going to use the expand mode icon there. Okay, so inside of this accordion summary we have this typography. Okay, so let's here inside of this I'm just going to create a div. Instead of this div class name, we have a accord mid, and then we have this accordion left. So just give a name, accord mid and inside of this let me create another div with the name of accordion left. Okay, so here we have this checkbox, so we will use the checkbox. So we have this checkbox there, so just import the checkbox here. Okay, and then next you can see here we have this a star, so we have this checkbox. Next we have this star icon, so here we have this star icon, so just import it from the material UI icons also. Okay, and the next is the username or the mail that has been sent by. Just put it here, typography. Just use a typography, and basically here we will just give a class name, so we will use this typography there, accordion one. So just grab this and put it here, and remove the extra typography from here. So here we will use a typography, and typography inside of this, instead of this accordion one, we have a username. We have a username here, so just put a username, or we will add a hard-coded text, a user name here inside of this typography, right? Okay, and then next we have this accordion mid main. So here we will create another class, another div here, which is for the accordion mid main. Okay, look, let me put it inside of this accordion mid. Okay, so let me create another div with the class name accord mid main. Just close this div. Okay, so inside of this main we have we will use a typography here, so just paste the typography here, and inside of this typography we have a subject here. So basically instead of this username we have a subject here, so just put a subject here. Okay, so we are using a hard-coded text every time here. When we will send an email directly, just push this email to the Firebase, then we will re-render the email, the exact thing that we are looking here on the screen. So basically we are just creating the structure for it. Okay, so basically we are just building the front end here, and later we will add the backend. We use the backend to add the data dynamically here on the screen. So I'm just going to create the structure initially, and then we will add all these features here. So here we have the subject here, right? And the next you can see here we have a click here to see mail content here. So after that we have a p tag. So let's create a p tag, and inside of this p tag we have inside of this p tag we will just give a class name. So let's give the class name of the same classes dot heading, and here we will have just a click here to see mail content, right? Okay, and the next and the last thing, that is a date. So let's add the date also there. So let's add a date also inside of this. So let's create a div, just give a class name, and here for the name class name we will simply give accord mid date, right? So let's close this div, and here inside of this we have a typography. So just paste this, and here inside of this typography we have a timestamp. So instead of this username we will have a time here, so timestamp. Okay, so we have this timestamp here. Fine, so everything is fine right now, I think. So we are done with this accordion summary here. So now what I'm going to do, we will simply save this, and now you can see in the deployed version this will be updated there, right? So we have this username, we have this subject, we have this click here to see the mail content, and we have this timestamp. It is looking weird because of we have not added the CSS stuff here, so that's why it is looking it is looking just like this. So we don't want to see just like this. So we will update the css, and we will just update the css here, right? So here next we have this accordion details. So let's add the accordion details also. So let's remove this typography first of all here. Okay, so next inside of this accordion detail, so what we will see inside of this accordion detail is when we will expand this accordion. So here inside of this accordion detail, we will create a bunch of div with the functions there. So let's give the class name, just give the class name accordion, accord details. Just give the class name accord details, close this div. And inside of this accord details, we have three things. We have a, just give a class name accord details stop. If you see here, when I expand this, we have this accord details stop. So let's add this. So accord details top. Fine. So accord details top, and inside of this we have this p tag. Okay, so basically we have this p tag which have this name of the subject. So just put the name of the subject. So this is the name of the subject here inside of this p tag, and then we will create another div. Okay, so we'll create another div, and here we have this print icon and the open in new window icon. So here we will simply create a div for the details top right. So details top right will contain two icon. It will contain two icon. One is print icon. So just put the print and just import it from the material icon here. So we have this print icon, and we have a launch icon. So launch icon. So launch icon will simply open the mail in the new tab. Just open the launch, LAUN. Just open the just open the this mail in a new tab, right? So we have these things. We have this print and we have this launch here. Okay, so we have this top thing here. Next we have an avatar, and we have this display name. We have the email that the email from the mail is sent, and next we have the email to so where to whom the email has been sent. And then after that we have a star icon, we have an reply icon, and then we have a more worked icon. Okay, so basically we have these things here. Okay, so now let's go and create these things also after that. So after the 2D inside of this mid, let's add these things here. So let's create another div. Give the class name, just give the class name accord details, accord DATILS. Okay, so accord details info and accord details info, and it will contain all the information. So basically it contain an avatar. So we have to just import the avatar from the material UI core. Just import the avatar here, right? So let's close this. Just import the avatar here. After that we have a sender's information. So after this avatar, we would like to create another div. Just give the class name, senders info. So senders info, just give the class name senders info. It just have the info of the information of the sender, and here it have a h4 tag which contain the name of the sender. So let's have this h4 tag, and h4 tag will contain the name of the sender, right? Name of the sender. Okay, and the next we have a small tag for the next we have this a small tag for the timestamp there. Okay, so we have the name of the sender, and inside of this we have a small tag also there. Okay, so we have a small tag for the sender email, because we have the name of the sender and we have the email for the sender also. So let's close this small tag, and here just put the email here, or for the sender there. Okay, so we have this h4, it is wrapped inside of this h4. And now after this h4, okay, I think some, okay, next we have a small tag. So basically this small tag will, what this small tag will do, it have a timestamp. So basically it has this timestamp, so just put the timestamp here. And the next we have a to mail. So to whom the mail has been sent here, so we have this to mail there. Okay, so we will add a to mail there. Okay, so here we have this timestamp here. First of all, what we will do, first of all we will add the to mail feature, and then we will create a div for the then we will create a div for the timestamp. So instead of this a small here, instead of this timestamp, we have a to uh, to whom the mail sent, मतलब जिसको the mail that we have sent here, right? So we have this to whom we have sent this mail. Okay, so basically we have these things here. Fine. And next we'll create a div for the date here. So let's create a div, just put a class name. So basically we will simply give the senders info a date, right? So senders info date. Let's close this div, and inside of this div we have a sender in. So simply create another div, put the class name, and here inside of this class name we'll just put the senders info date option. Put this like this, and here we have this timestamp inside of this div. So let's give the timestamp. Fine. So we have this timestamp, and we will just put this timestamp inside inside a small tag. So timestamp inside of this small tag, close this div. Okay, so basically we have this timestamp inside of this small tag, and next we have this star icon, we have this reply icon, we have this more vert icon. So just add all these icons here. So first of all we have this star icon, we have a reply icon, so reply icon, and next we have a more vert icon. Okay, so just import the reply also, hit the enter button here. So basically we have import all everything here, right? So next we have the content there. Everything is, we are done with this everything, and the last thing that we have to add is the we have to add the content. So let's create another div for the content here. So div, just give the class name, and here we will simply give the mail content. Just close this div, and inside of this let's create another div. Just give the class name mail content accord. So mail content accord, just close this div, mail content accord, and here we have a content. So just put a content. Okay, so just remove the curly braces first of all. Okay, here we just put the content. So content. Okay, so basically we have this content here. Okay, and then we will have a button, right? So we have a button, a reply button, and the forward button. So basically we will add a button also here for the reply button and the forward button in here, right? So let's add a reply and the forward button also. Okay, Now we have saved this, and now let's go back to our deployed version here. Let me refresh this page. Let it compile first of all. Okay, so when I click on this, now you can see here we have a subject, we have the avatar, we have the name of the sender, we have to whom the mail sent, timestamp, and the content here. And the one more thing that we have to add it here, the uh, the reply link and the forward link there also, right? So we will add the reply and the forward link also there. Okay, so let's add the reply and the forward link also. Okay, and then after that we will add this, or we will do the CSS stuff here also, right? Okay, one more thing that you guys can see here, we have this content, and after that content, if this mail is been replied, so basically what we have to do, just we will add the skeleton of everything initially, then we will do the customization whether the mail is been replied or not. So it is, when it is been replied, then show the replied mail, else we don't want to show the replied mail because the mail has not been replied yet. Same function will be added for the forward mail, but initially we will create the skeleton for how a replied mail will look like and the forward mail will be look alike. So basically we will, I'm just going to add a reply mail and the forward mail. If you guys can see here, this is how we have to see this, have to just see this, the replied mail and the forwarded mail there. Okay, so basically we have to add these both, we have to just create the skeleton for both of these. If the mail has been replied, then show it's the replied mail, or if the mail has been forwarded to home, just show me the forwarded mail also there. Okay, so basically we have to add these things here. Basically these things is just like as above that we have already created here, right? So we have not it just not have a great deal or just a big deal of doing this. Okay, so just let's add this. So we will create a two more component. One is replied component and one is forwarded component, right? So here after this content we will add both of these things. So here after that we will we have just to create a two more component. One reply mails component, and another we will create another, that is a forward mail. So forward mails component. Okay, so we will create both of this component here. So let's create a const reply mails here, just like this, and another component which is a forward mail. So forward mails. So here we have this replied mail and we have this forward mail component there. Okay, so after that you can see, if you see the deployed version here, so we have this replied mail content here. We have to add the content of the reply mail, and then we have to add the content for the forward mail also there. And after that both of these things done, then we have two buttons. Okay, so when we have this these two buttons, so we will have to add both we will just have to add both of these buttons here. So here, and after that reply mails and the forward mails component, we are just going to create another div. Let's create a div. Let's give the class name model link या फिर मेल रिप्लाई लिंक है ना, मेल रिप्लाई links. Just close this div. Okay, and then we have another div. Just give a class name. Okay, just give a class name of mail reply link, and just close this div. Inside of this we have an anchor tag. Just put the href to href to the hash sign, and here we have to simply close this anchor tab, and here we have this reply, and the same thing will follow for the forward. So just copy this, paste it down here. Okay, so we have just copied this the reply icon initially. Here we have a reply icon here. So here we have this reply, and here we have a forward right? So here we have this forward, so here we have this forward icon, so forward, okay, forward icon, and we have this reply icon. Okay, so just copy this, just import it from the material UI icons. So we have this reply and we have this forward, so you just make it a forward. Okay, so both of these things we are done with this. Okay, and now the next and the last thing that is left here, so let's just save this and see the deployed, and see in the deployed version here. Okay, let's refresh this page. I think some error is going to happen here. Let's refresh this page. So here we are getting this error. This error is because we have an empty component for the reply mails and the forward mails. Okay, so here we'll just add a return statement, so that's why it will not show any error. So here we are inside of this return statement, we will simply have a h1 tag. So let's close this h1, and here we'll add a reply mails. Just grab the same thing and put it inside of this forward, just paste it. Instead of this we have just put the forward, so forward mails. Now save this. Okay, so now the error should have gone. Okay, now you guys can see we have a reply and we have this forward. Okay, so these things we are talking about. So we have built the structure there. So basically the whole skeleton that we want to create here, we have already built the whole skeleton. The only thing that is left here is the styling this. So let's grab this mail card.css and put it inside to the back here, back to here, and here we will add the css. Okay, so here you guys can simply style it in your own way. Okay, I am going to simply paste the code for the css because it will take a lot of time to do the css, and we have very less time to do all these things because we have to cover a lot of things here inside in this build. So we don't want to make these things too complex or too large for you all guys. You guys can simply use your css or your design pattern. I will throw the link in the description of this repository. You guys can simply go and check out the css or any doubts if you have in your code. So basically I will just go in and just paste the code for the mailcards.css. Okay, so we have pasted the code for the mailcard.css. If you guys have any queries or if you have any problem regarding the designing pattern, I will drop the link in the description for this repository. You guys go and check out from there. Also, we are done doing this because it will take a lot of time to do all this css stuff. Okay, so that's why you can see here it is a very large css that we have done here. It is a 246 lines. I'm going to simply scroll it down from the top to bottom so that you guys can simply get a essence of what we are doing here. So I'm just going to simply scroll it from the top to bottom here. Fine, so we are done with this mailcard.css, and the only thing that we are left here is to integration, just integration of the Firebase things, just build a Firebase things here, right? So we are done with these things here. Okay, so let's do this. So just save this, let's save this, and yeah, save this. Let's go back to deployed version here. So we are in our deployed version, and let it compile first of all, and then you will see everything will work properly here. Okay, so let's do this thing, refresh this. Okay, the styling is not done because I think I have not imported the css file here. So first of all, let's import the css file. So let's import the css file first of all. So import import CSS. Inside we have this mail card dot css. Now save this. Let's go back here. I think okay, mail card dot css cannot resolve this. Okay, let me see. We have a mail card dot css or not. Okay, so we have a mail cards dot css, not mail card. So that's the issue that we are getting here. So just put a s here. Right, now save this. So we have saved this. Okay, so we are done with this. Now you can see here, it is now, it looks nice, but you can see here it is not looking the exact thing that what we have without what we have gotten here. So we have these things here, so it is not showing here inside of this timestamp and all these things. So let me check why it is not showing here. We have this star icon, we have these things here, checkbox. We have to see we have to get the subject and the name here also, and the print icon and everything here also. So let me see what they have, what is not, why it is not showing here. So I think we have resolved the issue because we can see here we have this heading, and the font weight and the font size is not what we have seen here. So let's put the color. So just put the color here for FFF, which is a white color. So just put the color here, and just will save this, and here we have put the commas there. And now let's save this. Now we can see here everything is now showing here. Okay, so basically we have to update the color here, and just update the font weight also. Font weight, just put the font weight 400, and the font size. So basically the font size is fine right now, and you can see here it is just shifted to the left here. So what I'm going to do, I just give a margin left of, so margin just give the margin left of 5 pixel. So left of 5 pixel will the margin. Okay, so now it will be now shifted 5 pixel from the left. Now you can see everything is now looking neat and clean here. So this is the mail card here, right? So we have already created we have just created the skeleton here, and we are done with this mail card here. The only thing now we have left is here the user authentication. So first of all, we will do the user authentication in our next part, and in the next part we will do the Redux stuff also. So that's it from this part. We will add, or we will do the Redux stuff in the next part to create a user authentication using Redux, and where we will manage the state using the Redux in the next part. So in this part we have to just add two more things. So you can see here we have a reply and the forward. So when we click on this reply, we have this model pop-up, and when we click on this forward, we have this model pop-up. So basically we have to create a model for the reply and the forward. So that's it. So we will add the model pop-up for the reply and the forward feature. So let's just pay attention here, and it will be the last thing that we will implement it here. And the next part we will talk about the Redux stuff, and we will just add the mail to the Firebase from the next part. We will create the user authentication panel in the first part, a login state here. After that we will just send the mail through this application and push the data to the Firebase, and then render the data directly in the application to see the mail content also. Okay, so let's add the model pop-up feature here. When we click on this reply, now you can see here we have a reply here. Okay, so when we click on this forward, we have this forward here. So this is the thing that we guys have to implement it here. So let's add these things here. Fine. you guys can see here in the deployed version, when I click on this reply, we have this reply model pop up. Okay, so here we have already created a model in our sidebar.js. So what we will do, we will simply grab the same model from from here, from the sidebar.js, and we'll use this same model in same model there also. Okay, so let's copy this model, and inside of this mail card.js, and here we will use this model. So when we click on this when we click on this reply there, we will have a model there. Okay, so here we will add the model here. Fine, so we have this model here. Now the only thing that we have to do, just we have to import all these icons here. So let's go back to your sidebar.js and just copy all the icons, right? Just copy the import statement of all the icons there from the model. So let's copy everything from the model to the React quill and just paste it down inside of this sidebar.js, right? So let's go back in the mailcard.js. So copy everything from the sidebar.js and just put in inside the mailcard.js. Okay, so basically we have these things here. Okay, now the next thing that we have, you guys can see here. So when you click on this reply, we have these things here, right? So what we have to do, you have to simply create a we have to you guys have to just create the custom you guys have to just create the state, a local state for the recipient via the test, right? So you have to simply update everything there. Okay, so here you can see inside of this. So when we click on this reply button, you guys have to simply update everything there. Okay, so let's do it here. So first of all, what we will do, we will create const, we will have a model open on set model open. So we have this model open and set model open, and initially the model will be empty. Initially the model open will have a use state of false, so it will have a use state of false. So import the use state from the React first of all. So import the use state there. Okay, then we have a model, we have this model, then we have a focus, because when you click on the recipient, the recipients will update to the focus, the two. So that's why we have to create a focus state also there. So const focus focus set focus, right? So we have these things. Initially the focus will also be false, false false, right? And the next one, we have we have a recipient, subject, and the content. So let's create. So we have already created in the sidebar.js. So just copy the recipient. Okay, so we have this subject, content, and the recipient. Just copy this and paste it inside of this mail card, right? So it will saves our a lot of time there. Okay, so we have these things, and the only thing that is left here is icon button. So just import the icon button from the material UI core. Fine, so hit the enter button, and now we have these things here. So let's save this. Okay, just save this and just save this. After that, we have to add that feature here. So let's close this div. Okay, so now this is the deployed version of that is running in the local host here. So when I expand this, so when we click on this reply, we have to open the model. So here what we will do, so we will add a on click functionality in the reply here. So here we have a reply. So here what I'm going to do, I will have a on click. So on click, here we will add on click, and here we will simply open the model. So here we will create a function, we will create a function that is a open reply function. Okay, so here we will simply name the function. We will name the function handle reply, and in the same way for the forward, we will create a function handle forward, right? Handle forward. Okay, so handle reply and handle forward. Okay, basically what we will do, we will just grab this and put it inside of this uh, put it inside of this here on the div. Okay, so let's grab this and put it there on the div. Okay, let me remove this forward. Just put the forward digit, add the on click functionality on this div. So on click we will have a handle forward. So handle forward. Now it's time to declare both of now it's time to declare both of this function. Now it's time to define this both of these functions. To define the function, what we will do, first of all we will create another state, that is a forward. So forward, set forward initially make it and empty array, not empty array, use the boolean value which is a false. So initially the set forward will be false. Okay, so we have a function called handle reply. So handle reply function will simply do it will simply set the model to true. It will simply set the model true, right? So it will simply update the model here. So update the model, so set the model open true, and it will simply set forward back to the false as it is. Okay, so set forward false false, because when we'll reply, we don't want this forward to be open there. Okay, so copy this and do the same thing for the handle reply case. So handle okay, so we have done with the handle reply. We have to do this for the handle forward. So for this handle forward, we will open the model and we will simply set the forward to true. So here we will update the forward state to the true. Now we have this forward here. So here you can see here on the model. So let's go back to the model. Let me go back to the model component where we have. So basically we have this model here. Okay, so inside of this model we have a name. Okay, so we have a new message. So we don't want this new message. Okay, so when you see the deployed version, when we click on this reply, we have this reply here, right? So we have this reply here at the top, and when we click on this forward, we have this forward here, right? So we want the exact same thing here also. So instead of this user message here, we will add if there will be a forward, means if the forward is true, then so forward, forward, let me put it like this. So then so forward, else so reply. So this is the way of doing this. Okay, the next, inside of this content, in the placeholder also add the content, then forward mail. Okay, so let me close this first of all and see what we see in the reply here. So add the reply to this mail. So inside of this we will update inside of this react quill. So here we have this placeholder, right? So instead of this compose mail, we will have this. So when we have this forward, so when we will have this forward is true, then we will add what we have to add. So click on this forward, we have to add content, then forward mail. So just add this. So add content, then forward mail. This is for the forward. Okay, so when we have to reply, so simply add a reply to this mail. So add reply to this mail. So basically these things we have to update it here. One more thing that we have to update. Okay, I think there is an issue. Okay, let me see what's the issue there. Okay, here we have added a question mark instead of this colon. So fine, we have to update this, and now the last thing that we have to update is the button, right? So for this button here, let's remove this send, and here we will put this thing. So when we have this forward, just show forward. Okay, let me put a ternary operator, so that you have to add a question mark, then you have to add a semicolon, or sorry, colon, and here we have to simply add a reply. Okay, so we are done with this. Now it's time to save and test all these features here inside of this deployed version. So we have done with this. So here I think it is refreshed. Okay, now here we have a reply. So when we click on this reply, we will have a pop-up, and here you can see we have a reply updated here. Okay, when we click on this forward, we have a forward, and we have this forward updated, and here we have this thing. So we are done with this thing inside of this third bit. What we have to implement it here. So we are done with this part here. So I will just going to sum up one more thing what we have built in this part. So in this part we have added a feature that is a compose mail. So when we click on this, we have a model pop up here. So we are just created a skeleton here, so front end UI, and everything is done with the front end here. Now it's time to do the back end stuff and the database stuff here. So we are done with this front end. We are totally done with the front end. The only thing that is left here is the user authentication, the data that we will send the email, and we will save the data in the Firebase, and then we will re-render the data and just fetch the data from the Firebase, and after that we will send the actual mail using the Google SMTP server to the recipient. So that's it. So let's sum up what we have built in this part. So in this part we have added created a model pop-up for the compose here. So when we click on this, we have this compose mail features here. Okay, we have added a mail card, just like using this accordion. As you guys can see, this is the accordion that we are talking about. Inside of this accordion we have three things. One is reply, and here we have this forward and the reply here, that is working very perfectly, very correctly here. So we have a forward and the reply features here. Okay, so we are working on the forward and the reply model pop-up. So this is the first part. In the second part, this is the third part. Okay, so what we have done in the first part, so in the first part we have covered the demo and the configuration. In the second part we have covered build the UI. As you guys can see here, this is this UI. Here we have created the sidebar, the header, we have created the widget, and we have created the mail component. In the third part we have added a React model integration, and we have created a reply mail and the forward mail feature inside in this application. In the fourth part we will build a user authentication system, from where we will authenticate the user to access this application. So here the fourth part will be very important. If you guys want to watch this fourth part, just drop a comment in this in this part, that when you want the fourth part of this Gmail clone, so then we will add the fourth part also there. Okay, so that's it in this build. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe this channel and share to your friends and family. If you want if you have any queries regarding this part, or any other part, or any other videos, you guys can simply ask me on the in the comment box, or you guys can simply drop your detailed message or suggestion in on Instagram. I will share the link in the description, from where you will simply drop you the message on the Instagram. Will simply reply your each and every comment there. Okay, so that's it for in this part. We will meet in the next part. Till then, have a nice and awesome day. Take care.